This episode of Brassy Business Podcast is brought to you by 4R Construction out of Rosette, Wyoming. Hello, and welcome to Brassy Business Podcast, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with business owners and what they have done to make their businesses shine. I am your host, Haley Ruff, and let's talk business. So this week we are talking with a brand new business. So I am so excited to listen to what they're doing, why they got started, and what this business is all about. So let me introduce Jeff and Aspen to you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you guys take a minute, introduce yourselves, introduce your business?
You bet. So my name is Aspen.
I'm Jeff.
And we are the new owners of a very new, hot, and trendy business here in town called Wild Times 360 Photobooth. So my husband and I are long-term members of the community, been here for over 40 years, and we have worked in the community as public servants and recently retired from our careers and are moving into second careers and have adult children. And we wanted to do something really fun and really exciting. And we found that a 360 photo booth was something that the community did not have. And we really got excited about it. And you know, once we got into looking it up and researching it, we planted the seed and got it going. And so we're brand new.
Brand new. And where are you guys located out of?
We're in Gillette, Wyoming. We first started talking about photo booths back in October. And at the time, we just didn't feel right about it. And shortly after Christmas, my wife, Aspen here, was like, well, what do you think about this? I was like, you know what? There's nothing like that we've seen looking up on Google in our area or even the state at the time, and we decided to go for it. So
we service the Gillette area, but we will travel, and so probably anywhere within a reasonable drive, because hey, you know, in Wyoming we're all pretty used to taking a drive, right? So you know, anywhere as far as, you know, probably Sheridan, Buffalo, Douglas, Casper, Sundance, and even some of the South Dakota area, we're certainly willing to take a drive and offer our service to any event that is interested.
So about 2-hour radius.
Yeah, and you know, we'd probably be willing to do even farther. It would just be a conversation with whoever is the client. So
yeah. For sure. So the photo booth, this is kind of a new technology, right? We've had old photo booths, but this is a different spin on it. Can you kind of explain how it all works?
Okay, so the 360-degree photo booth is basically you use an iPhone with specific software, and that iPhone is mounted on an arm that goes around a platform that the guests at the event stand on, and they watch for that arm to come by, and they watch the camera go past them. With the software, it takes video reels, and they're anywhere from 8 to 10 seconds long, and you can do slow-mo, you can do boomerang, so they'll go one way and then they'll switch and go back the way it came, just by backtracking that video that the phone has already taken.
The software also allows us to customize. So once the video uploads, it'll actually have a custom overlay with some of the packages for our rental program. It has a custom overlay for whatever the event, whatever the style, whatever the theme of your party or event is. And then it also overlays audio. So a song of the host choice can be put right over the video. And what's really fun is the platform can actually hold between 3 and 5 people, depending on their size, like children, obviously, probably 5. Adults, you know, if they're in a big dress or something, or they want to move around a lot, it's going to be fewer. But the platform allows, instead of a regular old-fashioned photo booth or a static photo booth that most people are familiar with, that takes just a collage of pictures or a single photo and it's only from one direction. This gets a picture from all sides and all aspects. And also, the subject who's getting photographed actually gets to be active. They get to move around. And that's what's really fun is they can dance and they can jive and they can make faces and they can do all sorts of fun stuff. And so when you have the props that generally come with a photo booth, it makes it so much more fun because you can just be super goofy and super fun, and kids love it, adults love it. It is a crowd pleaser for sure.
So you get on the photo booth, it goes around you. Then what happens? Like, how do you get the images off of
So
the phone or?
it automatically, so with the software that we have all, set up, the software will take a few minutes. It's not instantaneous, but within a few minutes it will upload to a sharing station. So it automatically sends it to a sharing station, adds that overlay, adds that audio, and then the guests just walk over. They exit the platform as soon as we show them where to get off and when to get off of it, and we just direct them over to their sharing station, and there's a QR code. They can airdrop it, they can text it, they can email it, and they can immediately share it on whatever social platform that they want to immediately. They do that themselves. So it is wonderful. It's so accessible.
Oh yeah, that's cool that it's like you do it and then instantly you've got this video of your photo booth. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, so they can immediately share with their family or their friends, or just be like, send it out to their social world as soon as they're done with it, and just show them, hey, I'm at this wedding or I'm at this event. And it's just such a fun way to share those life events with people, and it's just a really cool way to make memories and record memories.
Yeah, so with that, does it have like your guys' logo stamped on it or anything like that too? Can you customize it to be like Nolan and Haley's wedding or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all part of the overlay process. So, some of our deluxe or premium packages, they will customize them, color, theme, picture, names, dates, anything like that, or even a business logo. So, say your local Rotary Club is having a big event, we can actually put the Gillette Rotary logo right on the overlay, so they can actually promote their event that they're actually at through that. And then
Well, not just that specific event, but future events down the road too.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
and yeah, custom branding is all part of it as well. So that's all part of our rental. And or they can just have nothing at all and it can just be the video, and it's still fun just like that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think that's a great way, especially for you guys to market your business, is have other people marketing it for you as they put it on
Yeah.
social media, Instagram, throw it in their stories, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's jump back. You said you guys are both in your second careers and you decided to do this at the end of last year. So what made you finally do it? Like there seems to be either like a pushing point or it was finally the right time. What made you guys decide that it's time to do this? Let's go for it.
Well, after I retired from my previous career, I decided I was going to go back to school, and I went to Gillette College for the nursing program here. I made it through 1 year, uh, and I'm working on getting my LPN license right now. And some things happened in school that weren't really sitting too great with me. So um, Aspen's been super supportive of me going back to school and all that. Um, and I think it was just time where I was just done. I was just done with the nitpicking and uh, some of the other things that were going on in my class and stuff. So uh, she asked, and we thought about it, and we talked about it for quite a while. We were almost to the point of getting it back in at the end of October this last year, and something just wasn't feeling quite right for us.
Mhm.
So we decided to wait, and we waited and waited and waited, and then shortly after Christmas, she brings up the 360-degree photo booth as compared to the static photo booths, and she's like, "What do you think about this?" I was like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
So um, it was more timing and situation
Mhm.
for us, I guess.
So we've had a really big year. With him going back to school, as you can imagine, going back to school in your 40s is, I mean, it is big. And so, he just needed to kind of step away from it a little bit because it's a big thing and a big life change, and it's unusual and an odd experience being, twice the age of most college students. And I was there for support. My son was graduated from the military, so he went to basic training this year, and I started a new job and retired this year. So we've had such a big year, but we've really just I've had something just kind of nagging at me to want to do something really courageous. I did the 20 years in a very responsible, very high intense career. And now I want to do something fun. And so I've just kind of been watching different things and being really active with my kids and listening and watching what they're doing. And so I get caught up in some of these reels and these TikToks and some of these things I've seen. I'm just like, oh, that'd be so much fun. And so I kind of got to like looking into photo booths from watching a few TikToks, and entrepreneur and small business has always been kind of just in my heart since I was younger. And so I finally just found it. And so October kind of it just didn't feel like we found the right thing. And so I wanted to do more research, and we did more research, and I was looking at it, and I found the 360, and I knew right away that was it. That was it. We wanted to do it. And so I told them again, I said, I think it's time. And we jumped.
And you jumped. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it seems like that happens more often than you would think, that you have the idea and it just doesn't feel right. And then everything seems to line up and it's like, boom, it's time. It's time. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it seems like that's
absolutely.
definitely what happened for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's still scary. So scary to just, you just don't know sometimes everything you need to know. And that was the scariest part, is like, oh my gosh, it's like so many things coming at you, getting your business license and getting your state identification and getting just all of your documents and small business loans and everything that came along with it was all a learning experience. So it was stuff that was just like, whoa, I definitely jumped into the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think that kind of goes with owning a business, is you have to have the mentality of, I'm going to figure it out as I go, because what other option do I have?
Right, absolutely. It was definitely not something that we even had any experience in at all. But I was so excited about it, and I was just determined to be courageous about it. And I even got my church group involved and kind of ran the idea by them back in October. And so many of the girls and ladies in my Bible study were just like, absolutely, that's so cool, do it. And they've been encouraging and just helping stand by me and help me be courageous and everything. And so it's pretty exciting, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So do you guys have a background in photography, in videography, anything like that?
Nothing professional. When I was a kid growing up, my dad was always behind the 35 millimeter camera, taking photos of us as kids, and um, I've always found that being behind a camera is relaxing to me. Just like fly fishing for me is very relaxing, and there's no pressure. It's just when you know there's a good shot and you see it, you take it. And it's all natural.
Mhm.
So I don't have any professional training, no schooling for it.
Mhm.
It's just something I like to do.
And really, I don't have any really experience other than just capturing moments for my family, for my friends, and just capturing moments on my phone or just really appreciating moments. And that's where my passion towards it goes, is I like event planning. I like making new things for people to do. And I like learning new things. I like trying new things. I'm very crafty, so I see things and I'm like, I can do that. And so I try new things, and I love just having a really good time with people. And so that's where my passion goes towards, is just that this goes to any event. I love being a part of people's events, going to, charity events and weddings and parties, and just being a part of that and just helping people make it exciting and fun and different. And so this is like, oh, this is so new and so fun and so different. And I would love to be a part of that for people.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really awesome. So, with any new business, there are obstacles, whether it's the ones that we've already talked about, which are all of the state licenses and documents and business formations that you have to fill out. That could be a podcast in itself, because there's so many hoops that you have to jump through.
Yes.
But what other obstacles have you guys, already came up against and seen?
So a big one really was, as you can imagine, we're nearly 50 ourselves. So, Apple and iPhones were not a thing when we were kids and when I was doing all my business education. And so, taking the jump from what I learned 20 years ago to learning and becoming, I don't know, effective with digital advertising has been a huge learning curve for us. So learning TikTok and learning Instagram and Facebook and just doing a lot of YouTube University has been a big thing for us to learn how to do that. And it's been really fun to learn and see things like, oh, I didn't know that's how you did that. So the digital world, huge jump.
Brands.
Yeah.
I would have to say another big hurdle for us the last couple of weeks has been shipping, getting stuff here, especially with this massive cold snap that we had recently. Some places were just not wanting to deliver anything. So lots of time on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And another thing too, it has been the different kind of leads, capturing leads and getting word out there has been kind of just new. It's not really been an obstacle, it's just been new, trying to figure out ways to get the word out, so.
Yeah, for sure. So what kind of events are you guys going to be doing?
We can do any event that anybody can use their mind to. It can go all the way from, your wife's 40th birthday party and to bridal showers, baby showers, quinceañeras, all the way up to weddings, long events, big events, charity events, corporate launches, graduations, proms, so many possibilities. It really is endless because it's just fun to use. So you can really use it for anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how much space does it take up? How much space do you guys need to set up?
Minimum of a 10-foot by 10-foot area is what we would need for the footprint of the platform and the arm.
And that's mostly not necessarily the operating space of the machine itself, but also to be able to incorporate things like backgrounds and lighting and some other
extra props.
Yeah, and some other safety measures just to make sure nobody trips over cords or to get interference from the machine itself. So we want to give people plenty of space to have as much fun as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense completely. It does. So this is kind of a new industry. I've seen these around, but I've personally never been in one. I've seen some of our friends post videos of them and they look awesome. But what do you think, the industry as a whole, the mobile photography, I'm going to call it. I don't know if that's the right word, but what do you think that industry as a whole, what's the biggest problem that they're facing?
I think our problem here locally is really how rural we are. It has to be a business and a business operator who's willing to travel in our area because you just have to, otherwise you're really just located just in Gillette. And, we're just so rural. Wyoming has got 2 of these in the state that we know of, ourselves and one other that's located in Cheyenne. But you get outside of Wyoming, you get into, eastern South Dakota, or you get into Idaho and Colorado, and there's a number of them. So they are catching fire really quick, and they are a very catching trend. So people are seeing them and really finding a purpose and putting them into their events and into their activities on so many levels. But we're so rural, so that really just kind of throws a different kind of a twist on it.
Right, for sure. So I'm assuming to transport it, you need an enclosed trailer or...
Actually, the whole system comes into it actually stored in a an airline flight safe case. So the whole thing actually can be transported by plane. Yeah. So
That's cool.
now that it's not a small case, and it definitely is not light. It takes about 2 people to pick it up. But yeah, the whole thing is very compact. In the machine itself, the accessories that come with it would take some additional space, but really the back of a pickup truck.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
for sure. So then you don't need to buy another trailer or anything like that by any means.
only if we get more stuff.
So have you taken it out? Have you gone to any event with it yet? Or have you just tested it at home?
We actually just got it this morning.
Oh, geez.
We're looking to do an unboxing video on one of our socials, probably tonight or tomorrow, which everybody can look forward to that. And, we're kind of taking everybody along with this journey with us. So just to kind of show them how much fun it is for us to just play with it and experience it. But we do have an expo is on our calendar for next month on the 4th.
We'll be in Laramie at the Bridal Expo in Laramie.
And we're looking we've got some contacts out there to hopefully be set up with a couple events here really soon.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if somebody does want to book you, how do they go about doing that?
They just need to get onto our website. They can access that through both of our medias. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, they all have a link on there to be able to get directly to our website. And our website is wild360photobooth.com. And they just get on there, and our contact information is there, and it'll open up a conversation bubble to be able to get with us and see if their date's available. And once that conversation starts, we will happily work with anybody to try and to fit their event and be there to help really just add the wild to their event.
I love it. Your website will also be linked in the notes of the podcast. So if you're interested, wonderful. You're in the Gillette, Wyoming area, and you guys want to book this amazing photo booth, it is in the description of the podcast. So if you could go back, you guys said that you both transitioned careers. This is brand spanking new. If you could go back 5-10 years ago and give yourself some advice, whether it be on like life in general or this specific business, what would you tell yourself?
Definitely don't wait and jump on the opportunity when it presents itself, or do it sooner.
Yeah, definitely. I concur. Yeah, it's just be brave, do it. Because it has been such a fun, exciting experience. We kind of took this on to just kind of grow together as well, and do something fun together.
Yeah, that's exciting. So you said you have some children and they're pushing end of high school, beginning of college age. Have they helped you out at all with this?
Oh, absolutely. So we have an adult son who's in the military. He's down in college in Laramie. And we have a daughter who's going to be graduating next year. And my daughter, in a heartbeat, was like, oh, I will help you edit video. Just send it to me and we'll get some really cool videos made. So she's super excited. And she's kind of a budding photographer herself as well. So yeah, she's very excited.
That's cool. Well, and it's awesome when your whole family can be involved in a venture like this too.
Yes, absolutely.
So I get on the website and I chat with you and we find a date and it works for us to have you guys come to our event. Do you just drop it off and leave, or how does that process work?
No, we'll have at least one person, or usually two, probably my husband and myself at first, or one of my children will accompany us, and we will stay with the equipment and be the ones operating the equipment. You are just there to supply it to your guests and yourself to just have fun on. We do all the work.
Perfect. So that's what I have for today. If you guys would want to take a second and tell everybody where they can find you as far as your website, your socials go.
Our website again is wild360photobooth.com. Instagram is at wildtimes360photobooth. TikTok is wild.times.360.ph. And you can find us on Facebook, Wild Times 360 Photo Booth.
Awesome. I am so excited to see what this business does for you guys, and I cannot wait until I'm at an event and I see it. I'm going to have to make sure
we'd love to have you.
Right away. Yes, absolutely. Wow, that was a great episode. I am so excited to, one, be at an event where I can get in this photo booth and also to see where this business goes. Luckily, they're close to me, so I will be able to see them down the road. That is all that I have for today's episode. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and look for us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Brassy Business Podcast so we can stay in touch. I will see you next week. And if you've been eyeing my outfit, you know I'm going to give a small business a shout out. So this shirt is from Crisscross Chaos, located in Moorcroft, Wyoming. Have a good day.